Welcome back, guys. So now we've talked about the pen tool and the pencil tool. So right now let's create another page for the test tool. So I want to talk about the test tool right now. Test tool is right here, so you click on that and you can use this to create a test. So all I have to do is to draw a text box, and having to draw a text box, I could easily create a text. Right now I would say I am loved Adejigbe. So why is big is that we used the test settings at a point in time, and the last settings we use is what is going to show. So but we can reset this. So I just wrote my name and beloved Adejigbe, and all I have to do is to come right here. As you could see, I told you about this panel, so you could change whatever you want to change. So you could change the typography. So test is all about typography, so you could change the fonts family, you could change to whatever font you choose to change to what I just changed to. So all I have to do is to control A this, and I'm going to try to change the typography. So let's change the typography right now. So I could change the typography to this, and I'm going to change the size. So you could change the size to something like 32, and with 32 you have something like this, but with 36 you have something like this. Why is that? So coming back here, you could see from here why is that this is not stretched. So this is a text box, so you could actually do something like this with your text box. You could shrink, you could expand, so it depends on what you're working on. So right now I just created a test, and you can customize the test. So I have beloved Adejigbe, and here in the typography section we get to customize the text right here. So you can customize this text. You could change from regular to bold, you could change the fonts family. I just did that. So you could change to like an indie flower, you could change it from regular to any other style layout. So this does not have any other style layout, it's just regular. Then you could change the font size right here, and you could change the height auto, like the line height. You know what line heights are, so you could change from these two. You could change to like a 2, you could change to like a 50, and you could change to like a 100. So the line height is basically this, the space in between this very first and the second line. So that's what the line height is. So you could change back to a 50, and you could give it a letter spacing. That would be the space in between letters. So you could say the letter spacing should be like a 20%. As you could see, there will be space in between letters, but when you change it back to 0, the space closes in. So that's what line height and letter spacing are. Then the alignment, you could change the alignment. Currently is aligned to the left, so you could change from it being aligned to the left. You could change to the center, you could change it, as you could see it's currently in the center. You could change to like the right side, and currently is on the right side. So that's what alignment is used for. And this, now you could actually change the text alignment from top to the middle, and from the middle to the bottom. So that's what it is in the text box. You could see we just change the alignment. You could change the color of your text from here. You know, we've talked about this when we were talking about shapes. So right now you could change the color. You could say you want to change to like a red, or you could say you want to change to like a green right now. So you could change to like a green, and that's what I just did in the fill session. And you could actually reduce the opacity from here. So that's what this basically means. So you could go on and on to do a whole lot of things. So you could check more custom properties right here. All you have to do is to click on the color. We could make it transparent and all that, but basically we're going to talk about this later on. So we've done that about the fill. You could add stroke to your text. You could add like a white stroke around it. So you could say you want to add a white stroke around it, and that's what I just did. So I just added a white stroke around my text, and here we are. So this is basically what I just did. So that's stroke for you. That's the outline to the text. So you could do a whole lot of things. You could do a whole lot of settings. You could see the weight. You could change the weight of the stroke I just did. So all I did is to add plus, and then if you want to remove something, you can use the minus to remove it, and I just removed the stroke, but you could add it with the plus button. Then you could come to effects to add more effects. We're talking about effects too, so you could add more effects to the text, and layer blur. You could see background blur, you could see drop shadow, and you could see inner shadow. So we're still going to talk about all these effects. We're going to apply it to the use of using it to design a mobile app and website. But right now we're talking about the test tool, and everything you need to know about your test, creating a test, customizing it has been shown. So I hope to see you in the next lesson where we'll get to talk more about the toolbar. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.